right, so trying something a little bit different today. This is week 8 and it's day 2 of Task With Me, what I now call the walk jog series. Today I'm incorporating some cross training, which is why I am biking. Now I wanted to try something different today. It's probably not the best way of accomplishing exactly what I want. I sort of created this mini attachment for my phone to go on my bike. Now, as you all can probably imagine, it's probably going to be a little bit tumbly, maybe not as stable as I'd like, but it's something that I just want to give a shot to. Hopefully a lot of people can hear me. I'm mostly just going to be talking stream of conscious. It's going to be difficult for me to pay attention to the stream all the time, but I will certainly do my best to do so. Today I'm going to be riding bike for half an hour, and the reason I'm doing so is because today's workout calls for half an hour of cross training. If you all have been following my streams in the past couple of days, you all know that I'm sort of on my own journey to get to a 10K, and this is just one of the steps to get there. The workout that I'm doing encourages us to do things that are more than just walking or running, and that's why I'm doing the cross training today. Probably at some point I'll also get into strength training, maybe. I don't know if I want to start filming myself in the gym, but we'll see how it goes the more days we get through here. So this is something completely new for me. First of all, joining the community, Where in the World, is one that I joined yesterday, and it was really fun. I had a lot of viewer engagement from there and a pretty good conversation with a lot of the people that were there, so I thought that was really neat. Previously I was doing my streams on the U Show. The U Show was also very neat, but it required me to show my face most of the time, so that was a little bit difficult. Not really difficult, but mostly just because I not only had to be cognizant of my walk, I also had to make sure that I was facing the camera. So it's just one more thing I have to focus on, which again isn't really that bad, but all things considered, having something like this where I can just essentially let it live stream and whatever you guys see is good, I'm good with that. I'm gonna try my best to take some stops here and there. I see we got about 10 people watching from what I can barely see on the stream. I really hope the wind is not crazy right now. It probably is. Again, this is just me giving this a shot. If it turns out to be really noisy, I might just keep it to my GoPro. I wish I can show you guys sort of how I look, but it's just difficult for me to get my phone off my handle and put it back smoothly enough so as not to disrupt the stream. But essentially, I also have a GoPro head mount attached right now, and the GoPro head mount is meant to serve as my medium to record my videos for YouTube. It's where I also put my videos on YouTube, which is why I'm doing like this double thing. The reason I do the stream is because it just lets me engage with you all, talk with you all. I feel like it gives me a little more like an extra purpose. It's not just so much for me to accomplish my fitness goals, but I think it's also cool just to like show you all what I'm seeing, and it makes it a lot more interesting. So biking in South Florida. Biking, actually let me take a break for just a minute and see if, you know, see what the stream's looking like. I'm gonna take a quick pause here. Really my intent is not to take too many breaks. This is just to check up on the phone. So 23 people. All right, we have a lot of people right now, which is awesome. The cam is pretty shaky. Yeah, no, I imagine it is. I really am sorry for that. Hopefully you guys will stick through it though. Hopefully you guys will just enjoy the conversation. Like I said, I have my phone's essentially attached to my handle via a rubber band. So it's not a very stable foundation, but at least for this first time through, I definitely will be making an investment to get an iPhone mount for my phone, so I'm gonna keep it more stable. Or really my ultimate goal is to have enough subscribers on YouTube so I can live stream from my GoPro, because my GoPro currently has the hyper boost mode on, which allows for, you know, whatever horizontal leveling or new features that they've added to make it a lot more stable. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all turns out. I also have the media mod for it. I was using the media mod during my walks, but I don't think the wind ever got to such a high speed as to justify the wind defender. Probably the worst name for it. That's probably not even called it, but you know what I'm talking about. The protector for the mic so that the wind is reduced ever so slightly. So I'm definitely getting more wind today, so I'm curious to also see how that's going to sound. So a lot of new things today. We should have a new look to the videos on the GoPro, new sound. It's going to be very fun, good times. Hopefully as we continue here, the video stays as stable as it can. I'm trying myself to just kind of keep steady. I know it's shaky and probably not very fun to watch, but it is what it is. We're just having fun here, trying new things out. That's what 2020 is all about. Not even 2020, it's 2021. I'm still stuck in the previous year, but that's what this year is all about. So let's talk a little bit about biking in South Florida. Biking in South Florida is pretty much non-existent. Now, maybe some of you actually know better biking paths, but I'm just biking in a classic suburb. This is pretty much the same route I took when I was doing my walks. At least with a bike though, we'll be able to cover more ground. We'll be able to see a little bit more. But yeah, there's not a lot of, at least close to where I started, not a lot of good areas to bike. But again, it's nice, it's different. I'm gonna be doing these for at least these first 2 weeks. When I say these, I mean cross training. So if any of you all are familiar with my streams, I'm keeping up with my journey to a 10K. This past weekend, I finished my first 7 weeks, which I called my graduation. That was pretty much just me walking for 7 weeks. But now, for these first 2 weeks of the next leg of my journey, which I consider my walk jog series, I'm going to be doing cross training mixed in with the first 2 weeks. So week 8 and 9, we'll have some cross training. That's why I'm doing biking. Got a bike during the quarantine. Haven't put it to too much use, so it's nice to get out here and do it again. And then starting on my 10th week is when I'm actually gonna get to the part that I consider very fun. It's going to be the alternating jogging and walking cycles. Walking, I feel like I've become pretty good at the walking thing now. Of course, walking is a very natural movement, but in terms of like walking briskly and for, you know, some amount of time. On Saturday, I graduated with my hour walk. So it was like a 1 hour, fairly brisk walk, which was nice. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to just, you know, keep it going. I definitely am someone that struggles with being consistent with really anything that's not a necessity. So for example, like my career I'm consistent with, but anything else that I want to do on the side, it's hard to create a habit. And I'm just happy to say that this has been something I've maintained for at least, you know, almost 8 weeks, which I'm happy about. It's nothing crazy, you know, about 2 months. But for me, it's progress. And to anyone listening, I hope that if you're also considering starting your own fitness journey, or really anything, you can take some inspiration from me and know that if you just break up your tasks into small bite-sized chunks, you're probably gonna be able to do it instead of biting too much too soon. So hopefully that gives you all some inspiration to start your own thing. And let me take another break here, and then I'll go into the next thing as to, I'll start talking about why am I doing what I'm doing, and what my intent with all these videos are. I'm gonna take a break right here, see how the channel is doing, the stream's doing. Got 14 people, 8 likes. All right, so the cam is pretty shaky. Nice stopping, quad lock, true. All right, we got some pretty good discussion going on so far. Just stopping for a second for anyone that's watching. You all can just like, again, I know the camera's shaky, probably not the best, but we'll figure it out as we go along here. Looking forward to continuing to talk to more of you, so on and so forth. So I want to talk about the reason behind these videos, why I decided to do them in the first place. So these walks, this journey to a 10K is sort of like my whole initiative at just getting out of my daily routine and trying something new. Especially with this previous year, I think a lot of us have probably not done a lot, which of course is probably the right thing to do. We should probably be at home and, you know, respecting the lockdown and whatnot. That's pretty much what I've been doing. but I knew that there was still room to do things on the side. And that's why I sort of created this whole, it's like an umbrella initiative that I call Task With Me. So Task With Me is like this project that I'm starting that will hopefully allow me to publish videos of myself documenting myself doing various tasks in the hopes that other people can join in with me and participate with me. And in the future, I'd like to probably start doing some tasks related to technology or cooking, that sort of thing, strength training, really any tasks that you all want to see. You know, those that I just mentioned are ones that are, I guess, things I've done before. So yeah, I'd love to know, like, is there any tasks that people think that are worth pursuing, that are easy to plan for? Like, fitness is easy to plan for because it's sort of linear in the sense that you can track your progress easily, right? So anything that I do on my Task With Me channel has to be something that's easily measurable, so that at the end we can say that we've arrived to some, you know, like, conclusive outcome. So I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on that, see what they think, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I bought this bike on a whim. I was in quarantine last year. Frankly, I was just bored. I literally just like left my apartment, went to the nearest Walmart and picked this bike up. Little did I know it was actually a woman's bike, but it doesn't look like a woman's bike. It actually looks awesome. I think it looks awesome, and it was cheap. It was like $100, and I got a pump for it. I got like a bell, pretty cool looking bell. It has like a picture of a pineapple. And yeah, I thought, like, for the investment it was really good. I was using it a ton in the beginning because I hadn't really been out of the house, so riding the bike was so freeing. It was very nostalgic, reminded me of being younger, although I probably used my skateboard more than I used, that is a massive pothole. Anyway, I used my skateboard more than I used a bike, but it's still, you know, I took a nice trip down memory lane. That was cool. I'm guessing a lot of you probably feel the same way if you guys are into bike riding. Again, apologies for the wind. I know it probably sucks, to be completely honest. The AirPods, I don't think, do a very good job at muffling the wind out, at least not as good as the GoPro. So again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. But this is my first time doing this, at least on a bike. So if it sounds bad, just take it as a learning experience for me. I'm gonna try and make a U-turn here, maybe start heading back, maybe go a different direction. See what we can do here. I don't want to get too close to the street because of course there'll be a lot of noise. All right, so let me stop again, see what the stream is looking like currently, and we'll take it from there. See what we got. I don't like stopping in front of just like people's houses because they might think that's kind of strange, so I'd rather just park on the street here. All right, coming to a stop, so let's see what we got, if anything. 33 people watching. Hollywood, where in South Florida are you? So I'm currently based in Fort Lauderdale, and I've been here for about 3.5 years. I moved here to pursue a job in tech, and I've been here ever since 2017. I'm gonna keep riding, but a little bit slower, so that hopefully the stream stays constant. So we're at 30-minute mark, which means I've been doing this for about 15 minutes. My plan is to go to 30, so probably by the time I reach 15 minutes left, I'll stop. So I'm gonna take it more slowly just to make the stream more pleasurable. However, really the intent for this is to make sure that we're still challenging ourselves and moving, you know, moving pretty fast. The resistance of the wind actually does help. It helps me, but not the viewers. Again, the wind muffler, the windshield of the GoPro takes up to 20 miles per hour, so I'm curious to know how it works against those gusts. So yeah, I'm in South Florida. I've been here for 3.5 years to pursue a job in tech in Fort Lauderdale. I was born and raised in Miami. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida. It's pretty chilly for South Florida. I'm gonna say it's probably in the upper 60s, lower 70s. Yes, I know some of you northerners are probably cringing right now, thinking like, man, that's really warm. I'd love for that to be the weather here, but that's the reality of South Florida. People really do come out here and they start wearing their Uggs and their puffer vests once it gets below 75. Like, that really is how it is. I decided not to wear a jacket today. If I was walking, I probably would, but I'm getting a pretty good sweat right now, so not too concerned. Apologies for the wind. I'm going to try to get out of here as soon as I can to make it easier for everyone watching. I really do appreciate the amount of people that are currently watching now. Last I checked a minute or two ago, it was at 33, which is really good. Probably one of the best, you know, the highest number of people that have been watching. So that's always a very gratifying feeling to know that people are watching your stream. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take shorter breaks to catch up with the audience here. So let's see what we're dealing with now. I'm gonna stop at the stop sign, how appropriate. All right, let's come to a stop here. Let's see what you all have to say. So we got 19 people. Hollywood, where in South Florida are you? What's up, bro? Watch out for the Florida man. Well, no, I am the Florida man. So I don't have to watch out for the Florida man because I am the Florida man. You can see the wind changing the image. It's pretty cool. Interesting. I've been watching for 30 seconds and I haven't seen any citrus trees. Yeah, maybe I'm not in the right area of South Florida for that. But I'm sorry that I'm like kind of switching the phone down. I just have to do that so that I can just see it better. Really wish I can show you all what I'm dealing with here. But we're gonna keep moving here. I'm gonna let this car pass by. Where are all you watching from? I'll stop again in a moment and, you know, read the comments as I keep going. I'm not going as intense as I would have liked to, but I'm still getting a good sweat. And I think overall, just the fact that I'm doing cross training, just trying to spice things up a little bit, that's really the important part. Consistency is key. I'm gonna talk a little bit about dieting. So I went back to I started eating healthy again yesterday. This weekend I went on a bender, and not a bender for alcohol. I don't know if a bender is necessarily related to alcohol, but I went on a bender for fast food, and I ate fast food every single day. Only once though, but still it wasn't good. I didn't really feel good at the end of the weekend. But man, did the food taste great. I love Chick-fil-A and I love Taco Bell. I have no shame in saying that. But man, if you eat that 4 times in a row, not really gonna feel too hot afterwards. So came back to eating good yesterday. Yesterday I had a really good dinner. I had some tilapia with broccoli and asparagus. That's really good. Also found a pretty good snack that works well for me. You know, in terms of getting a good amount of protein intake and building lean muscle, I unfortunately cannot have protein powder. I only have 1 kidney. So the protein and protein powder is actually too much for me. And after, you know, 2 or 3 days of having like protein shakes or anything like a bar that includes extra protein more so than just like a natural diet, makes my kidney hurt actually. So a nice snack that I actually found through TikTok, it's just like classic oatmeal. Classic oatmeal works out really well with some strawberries and blueberries. And I also recently got some just like vanilla Greek yogurt, and on the vanilla Greek yogurt I put the Kind, well, it's funny that I'm saying this, but I actually put the Kind protein granola. It only has like 4 extra grams, so it's not crazy. And then I add some blueberries there, so I guess it can't be too much protein. Like the protein powder really does include a lot. And also I'm not really interested in doing anything with like creatine, so that doesn't really bother me. So that's where I'm at right now, just trying to eat healthier this week. So I'll probably have that snack, the yogurt thing, for lunch. And then for dinner, I'll probably just have chicken thighs. I get boneless, skinless chicken thighs, you know, light seasoning. And again, I just make broccoli and asparagus. Let me actually, hopefully when I go here, the wind will get better. But speaking about broccoli and asparagus is really nice because it's so easy to make. I mean, again, I do some light seasoning. I mix it with some olive oil in a bowl, put it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and it's done. You have a really healthy snack or a really healthy addition to your dinner. You're gonna feel good about it. It's gonna make you feel good, and it's cheap, which is nice. So definitely encourage anyone that's looking to start eating healthier. Again, something that I've noticed is just start slow and be consistent. So many times in the past I tried to get like the California blend or any of these other mixed veggies, you know, frozens, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna eat all these vegetables today. I'll do it for like a day and I'll get bored, like it's too much too soon. But with broccoli and asparagus, I can just sort of divvy it up easier. I started off with just asparagus, got really used to doing that. Started cooking the broccoli, got really used to doing that. I even tried some sweet potato. I tried some brown rice. Again, just slowly until I developed a taste for it. And that's when I knew it was going to be something that I was going to be able to be consistent with. So I'm going to stop again to see the state of the chat, to see the state of the stream, and then we'll keep going from there. I'm having a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys watching are also having a lot of fun. Again, first time doing it, so it's different. It's you know, just learning experience. So let's see. It's kind of hard for me to read. Some sound, I think it says. Some sound says, what bike are you on? It's just like a classic, wow, Huffy. Just the classic Huffy bike from Walmart. Costing about $1. It's a purple one. Apparently it's a woman's bike. I don't really notice the difference, and I like the color. Purple's probably one of my favorite colors, so I think it looks pretty neat. What bike are you on? Oh wait, slow and gentle is the way. Hoko says, yeah, slow and gentle definitely is the way with anything. You know, whether it be fitness or strength training. I guess those are each the same thing, but had someone on the stream yesterday talking about how they needed some help with chemistry, and I just told them that, you know, for example, if you're studying today and you're studying for an hour and you're trying to do too much too soon, it's going to be really hard to stay consistent with that. So just sort of tone it down, you know, pick a section, pick a couple problems, just use like the Pomodoro technique, for example, 25-minute chunks. Once you get really used to doing that, then you can increase it and you'll just get better, and it'll save you a lot more time in the long run. So I'm very much into that mindset, and I'm trying to incorporate it in other areas of my life too. Do you get nervous riding when there's a Trump truck next to you? No, I don't get nervous riding when there's a Trump truck next to me. Frankly, I mean, everyone's entitled to their own political opinions. I'm not really one to meddle with any of that. If anything, I want to keep this stream very light, just fun. We're just having a friendly conversation here. That's really the main reason I come on Reddit. I think it really is just fun. But yeah, I mean, everyone, you know, anyone can support whoever they want. I'm okay with that. You know, so that's cool. I mean, show your support, right? There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so we're gonna continue here on the stream. Actually, I do want to ask a question to you guys watching. How bad does the wind affect the audio with just the AirPods? With just my AirPods on, is the wind just like thrashing the audio? Am I gonna, once I start editing this, well actually I'm not even gonna edit it, but I can't edit Reddit live streams, but are we getting like a ton of clipping? Very curious to know. I will look for better ways of doing this, I promise. Now, I'm only going to be doing this actually for 2 weeks, the biking stuff. At least that's what the workout currently calls for. On week 10, so this is my 8th week doing this, on week 10, I'm going to start jogging, and I don't think I'll be able to jog and live stream at the same time. I think that's tough. If I could, I would do it through the GoPro, but I'm a ways away from being able to live stream on YouTube. I'm only at 22 subscribers and I need 1,000 to be able to do so, which is why I came on Reddit. So once I could stream live from YouTube, then I can really start showing off everything. Let's see. Damn bro, that weather looks dope. Wind is barely messing with audio. That's great to know, actually. I guess the AirPods probably do pretty good at that. Yeah, the weather is fantastic here. I think I know I mentioned it before, probably in the mid 60s, upper 60s. This is the weather that people from up north come to when they think of Florida. This is why people come to Florida. They don't come to Florida for the summer. I don't think so. I mean, you can go to the beach anytime. Like, yeah, it's cold now. I probably wouldn't love the beach, but for all intents and purposes, it could be a lot worse. It could be way, way hotter. So this is actually perfect temperature for the beach. The water would be freezing. Maybe some of you can handle that better. I certainly can't. I need for that water to be hot, hot. So yeah, having a really good time out here today. It's been an awesome bike ride so far. Very much looking forward to continue pushing myself and getting to that 10K mark one day. Let's see, Florida man with audio. Yep, I'm the Florida man, you got it. So I want to give a little shameless plug to what I'm doing here. So again, my whole intent with this is a channel. Let me actually backtrack a little bit. I created a channel on YouTube called Task With Me, and my intent with that channel is just to publish a lot of documentaries, I guess, or a lot of videos that show me progressing through some task that I'm interested in doing apart from my daily life, for example, my career. And really, I would love if other people could watch those videos as well and join in, hop in on the fun, you know, monitor their own progress, and we can have a whole community where we're all sort of doing these things together. The first thing I started off with was this fitness, as you all know. And yeah, if at the end, when I finally get to my 10K, if I just have one person that tells me that my stream helped them, made an improvement in their life, I'd be very, very happy knowing that I was able to cause that. So that's really what it is. If you're interested, follow me on YouTube. Channel is called Task With Me. It's all one word. I have all the archives, weeks 1 through 7 there. And weeks 1 through 7 is my warm-up series, as I call it. Just takes you from walking 15 minutes to walking an hour. It's slow, it's steady, it's consistent. Hopefully it'll give you the foundation to start your own journey. I wanted to sort of make it like an active podcast. That's what I'm doing here. So that's what it is. Again, just trying to have a good time, just trying to have fun, trying to own 2021, you know what I'm saying? Whew, getting a little bumpy here. I'm gonna stop again for a second and see the state of the stream. See what we got. So which song is The Good Old Days and They Are Cycling with Tricycles? That's a good question. Which song is The Good Old Days and They Are Cycling with Tricycles? Yeah, I don't know. That reminds me of, like, I don't know, that image that you're painting with your text sort of reminds me of the Wonder Years. I don't know if any of you all have ever seen that show, The Wonder Years, but I think just like bike riding in general in the suburbs gives me a feeling of that show, especially the intro. I forgot the name of the song, the one that goes like, what would you say if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Something like that. Broward, Florida. Yeah, man. We are in Broward, Florida. You know, growing up, it's funny because I grew up in Dade County. Shout out to all my Miamians watching this. I grew up in Dade County, Miami-Dade County. And when I heard about Broward, I always thought, man, like that's such a foreign place. My uncle's brother lived in Broward, and I remember visiting him once when I was younger. And I just remember feeling like when I got there, like this is just a completely different area of the world. You know? Completely different. Unlike anything in, you know, Miami, more south than Miami. But now that I live here, I realize that, I mean, it's not too different. One of the major differences is that it's less chaotic. However, that being said, it's pretty much the same. Reasons why I like Broward, again, less chaotic. If I want to go out and rage, I can. And parking is really easy. I mean, in Miami, if you want to go out somewhere, it's a mission to find any sort of parking. It's a mission to get anywhere, but here, you kind of just have downtown and kind of there. Kind of in the action already, and I think it's just easier to plan things. It's one of the reasons I like Broward. One of the reasons I like Broward so much. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, whether or not I decide to stay here long term, we'll see. I do love South Florida. I know a lot of people here, so I'm very much interested in keeping in touch with the people that I do know. It's very gratifying to me to know that everyone's so close. But yeah, Broward County. Doing it big in Broward County. So tomorrow I won't be doing a stream. I'm actually gonna be taking a day off. It's gonna be a rest day, and then on Thursday I'll be back here. I don't know if it's gonna be for another cross training video or if it's just gonna be a normal walking video. A lot of you might be familiar with my walking videos. I don't know yet, but I guess you'll see on Thursday. So that's sort of what my plan is for then. I'm gonna sort of just go out here, make a U-turn. So, and then on Saturday, of course, we're gonna finish up week 8. It's funny, we just started the work week. I mean, a lot of us probably had MLK Day off yesterday if we're in the States. I just started the work week and I'm already thinking about Saturday. Funny how that works. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna get in the shade. It makes it easier for me to see what everyone is chatting about. Well, I'm gonna move from here actually because there's a truck. It just makes it hard for me to hear. I realize it's actually harder for me to come up with things to talk about while I'm biking because biking is a little more intense. It requires a little more focus. So without being able to see the stream the whole time and really engage with everyone, it's definitely more difficult. And I feel like I'm already over my 30 minutes, but it's okay if we go over. I don't really mind, and I suspect that viewers might not really mind too much either. Let me just get in a nice spot here. Oh, found a spot. I'm gonna make a sharp right. All right, let's get in here. Gotta park myself in the shade. Again, just makes it easier for me to read. All right, so let's see what everyone's saying. All right, so Florida Man caught streaming. Oh, here we go. That is the song. Rep, I grew up in Northside. Oh, this is the preaching guy, isn't it? Show your face. Is crime really bad there? I was told it's Australia of the USA. It's not too bad, you just gotta F with the right people, you know? I think that's probably in general, as long as you just like surround yourself with people that aren't into crime, you're probably gonna be fine. Florida Man caught streaming bike tricks of Reddit. Yeah, that'd be cool if I just got into BMX or something. That would definitely be fun, trying something new like that. I've never really done any bike tricks. When I was younger, I did a lot of skateboarding and I did get into trick skating, but never anything with BMX. That would be funny though. Florida Man teaches BMX tricks to friendly Redditors. That's what it is. Well, I want to say, if the wind allows me to, I'm really happy for the discussion I had today with you all. It's been really fun. It's been a little more challenging, but again, this is just my first time doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video nonetheless, just raw like this. I think that makes it better. And I hope you all had a fun time too. Again, I'm not gonna be doing this tomorrow, it's a rest day, but I will continue on Thursday with either another biking video or a walking video. So if you wanna see that, I encourage you to check me out on YouTube. My channel is called Task With Me. Again, I have all the archives of my previous workouts there and all the other fun things that we've talked about. Sort of like an active podcast where the audience and my guests are you. You are the audience, you are my guest. So, and actually, if you guys are interested in becoming like an official guest, which, what does that mean, an official guest of this sort of thing? Well, the way I think of it is when I go live on Reddit, on a day that I'm walking, because biking makes it more difficult, then you and me, you being whoever decides to participate as a guest, we'd be sort of the main conversationalists. We'd be the ones that are talking throughout the stream for the most part. And then of course the rest of the audience can join in, they can chime in, they can add to the conversation, but you'd just be someone, I guess your quote unquote responsibility is just to make sure that you're active for the duration of the stream. And of course, I'd love that. I think it'd be really cool. It would give me experience in that. Never done that before. I think it'd be fun, hopefully, for myself and you. So yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in. Currently not reading the stream, so if anyone's actually responded, I can't see now, but I'll see it once I'm done here. Let me just, I think I'll probably keep going for another couple minutes here. We're definitely over our time, but that's okay. I'm having a good bike ride here. Definitely feeling it, definitely getting a nice sweat going. The wind has sort of died down, which is nice. The weather is still perfect. So very, very, very curious to see how this will all pan out on the GoPro. So yeah, love to get some feedback from all the people watching. Anything specifically you would all like for me to talk about. Do you enjoy this type of stream? Was it fun? Was it entertaining? I know there's this one person that's been doing exercise on like a treadmill. I don't know his name, but he's been doing phenomenal, and he's definitely been like a source of inspiration for me. I'm sure a lot of you probably know him. He's gone sort of viral on Reddit. He runs in his treadmill. It looks like he's doing it in his room, or in a room in his house, and he's made a ton of progress. So shout out to that guy if you're watching, and if you haven't, I encourage you to scour Reddit and look for him. Very cool, very inspiring. Goes to show that you can really accomplish your goals from anywhere. Doesn't really matter the equipment you have. It's just a matter of seizing the day. I'm gonna stop for one more time to catch up on the stream, to see what you all have to say, and then after that I'll be signing off. Let me just find a good spot here to stop. This is a perfect spot right here. All right, see what you all have to say, if anything. Be careful, watch out for people high on Florida research chemicals. Yeah, that probably is something I should be concerned about. But the good thing is I'm pretty isolated here. There aren't really a lot of people next to me, and we're outside. So, can you take us to Ivanka Trump's new house? I will, if you subscribe to me and you watch my next video. And my next video will actually be going to Ivanka Trump's house. And she actually invited me for some lunch, so we'll get a real up close and personal conversation with her. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of surprised why she even invited me to begin with. I think she was just doing, you know, one of those things where she says, I'm just gonna go on Reddit and find the first stream. She stumbled into mine, she followed up on chat, and you know, that's where we are. So if you guys tune in on Thursday, you will be there with me and Ivanka Trump, and we'll be doing an Ask Me Anything sort of style thing. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to follow. Florida is the armpit of America. Everybody is high on research chemicals. Well, that's quite the generalization, but it is what it is. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching the stream today. It really had a lot of fun with everyone's comments and what we talked about. I know it was kind of experimental. I'm just trying new things out. But like I said, I'm going to be uploading this, and I'm going to be putting it on my YouTube channel. It's going to be raw, and we'll just go from there. Again, Thursday I'll be around for a walking video or cross training, not really sure yet. And then Saturday we'll be doing something a little more fun. So thanks again, everyone. And like I always say, stay fit and stay healthy. And I'll see you all next time. Take it easy. All right, so for everyone watching on the GoPro, let's see, we were on air for 37 minutes, so a little bit over our 30-minute time for today. We had 535 unique watchers. We had 39 upvotes and 4 downvotes. So I think this is a pretty good time to come on Reddit and do something. We have, you know, some people that don't quite like it based on those downvotes, but that's okay. You can't expect everyone to like everything you do all the time. So I'm really excited to get back and start editing this video and see how the GoPro fared. I think this was a good test for the windscreen and also the hyper boost mode. So stay in touch for that. And I'll definitely be doing more of these videos, at least 3 more until we get to week 10. So again, thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off with what I always say: stay fit and stay healthy. And we'll see you all next time.